County Park in Eyota, Minnesota. I love this place. It's beautiful, it's quiet. There's this creek right back here. I try like every few months just to get away from all the crazy bustle of, you know, the Twin Cities area. It's really good, it's really refreshing for me. And I know for me, my soul comes alive when I'm kind of out in the woods. And down here in Eyota, here in Chester Woods, we have this incredible spot where we can just get away, and it's not too far of a drive from where I live in the Twin Cities, and it's not a lot of planning, not a lot of equipment. You can just go and just get away. Today we're making Hilltribe chicken with kale salad and lemongrass ginger sauce. Now first we're gonna make the rub for the chicken. So we have our seasoning right here. So it's your black pepper, white pepper, and a little cumin. 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon of each. So you just throw it in. And what I'm doing here is I always try to constantly move it because sometimes the cumin can burn really quick, and that's the last thing you want to do. We're gonna put it into a mortar and pestle, and then we're just gonna mill it down. You can smell all those spices right now. You get this powder. It's beautiful. It looks beautiful here. So this chicken's probably about 2.5, 3 pounds. Now we call this Hilltribe chicken because the Hmong people are actually known as the Hilltribe people, because majority of the Hmong people are, you know, originally were from the hills of Laos and the hills of Thailand and the hills of Vietnam. We really wanted to make this chicken as kind of like an homage or in honor of our people. So we got this whole chicken, and don't be afraid. Like, I think a lot of people are afraid of whole chicken. Don't be afraid of this chicken here. It's more scared of you than you are of it. So just remember that. I'm gonna teach you how to spatchcock the chicken. And I just draw 2 imaginary lines right here. This is where the neck is, this is where the spine. You're actually just gonna take that whole tail, neck, spine, you're gonna take it out, and you're gonna split the chicken open. You see how the level of the chicken here is the same? So then when you throw it right on the grill, it grills evenly. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a little salt. I always tell people if you're gonna salt proteins or any kind of salting, you always go from 6 inches up. You want to, because they even spread. So you want to get that salt. Really important that you get that skin salted, because as we grill it, that skin, you want to crisp up that skin. And then we got our black pepper, white pepper, and our cumin right here. Again, we're gonna throw that on here. What I always do, the way I start this, is I start from the bottom first, because right now it's pretty hot. So if you start from the skin side down, the skin's gonna burn really fast. So I always start from the bottom. So we're gonna take our chicken here. We're just gonna put it right on this grill, okay? So we're just gonna keep an eye on this, and then we're gonna move towards our kale salad. The vinaigrette that we're gonna be making is sweet sesame tamarind vinaigrette. We're actually gonna start with a little garlic. You just use a side knife. When you're doing garlic, you just, there you go. We have that. We have some shallots. We'll start with some tamarind here. Throw a little bit of tamarind in there. Again, you could, it's about 2 tablespoons of tamarind. We'll do some maple syrup. So what's really good about the maple syrup and the tamarind is you have that sweetness and you have some tardiness, and they balance out each other really well. Get a little bit of vinegar. You can use rice wine vinegar. You can use any kind of vinegar you want. Okay. Little bit of sesame oil here. Not too much. A little goes a long way. And some fish sauce. Okay. And then we are going to take some limes. Throw in some fresh cracked peppers. And as we mix this in, we're just going to drizzle some oil. That's perfect. And then you have your vinaigrette. We're gonna set this aside. And again, this dish is super simple. We're gonna take some kale next, and then I'm gonna show you how to mix it into with the kale. But remember, when you're doing this, you still have your chicken on the grill. So just keep constantly looking at it, making sure, keep tending to the fire. You notice that all the seasoning that we put in there, it's not burnt. Okay, so that's one really important thing. You don't want it to be burnt. A couple more chickens down there going too, so I'll get a little smoky here. This is really fun. Something you can do, especially if you have kids and you want to give them something to do, is tearing up the kale. So right now we have these dino kale. You can just, literally there's a spine. You don't really want that part. That's kind of hard, it's kind of woodsy. So you just grab your, and then you just pull it, and then you just take your kale, and then you just pull, throw it in there. So it's pretty simple. I like throwing some radish in there to get a little crunch. So what I do is, again, you take your knife, smash the radishes down, okay? Smash it down, just run your knife right through, take the radish, throw it into your kale salad. Okay, so you're gonna take some of your vinaigrette here, pour about like 2/3 of it in, okay? And we'll save to the side this, and then you just take your hands, again, if you have kids, get them to do this, wash your hands, get ready, and then you just squeeze it, you just massage it right in. This next sauce we're making here, it is super delicious, very simple. It consists of 5 basic ingredients. If you don't count salt, it's literally 5 ingredients. You have ginger, you have lemongrass, we have green onions, and then garlic and oil. And that's basically it. We're gonna start with our garlic. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna mash up our garlic. Again, we're gonna run our knives through. Garlic ready, and we're just gonna throw the garlic to the side here. And then for the ginger, we're just gonna take this knob of ginger here. The point is, you wanna try to get your lemongrass, your ginger, your garlic, all in the same size. And then with the lemongrass, I take the side of my knife, I break it down, I'm gonna chop up some green onions. And keep your green onions separate from your mix over here. And you wanna cut your green onion as thin as possible, and you'll see why when we put this all together. Take your lemongrass, ginger, and garlic, and you're gonna throw it right in. And you wanna hear that sizzle. That's very important. And we're gonna add a little salt in here, because a little seasoning. Okay. Smells wonderful. You might be feeling like, man, I have too much oil, but don't worry, because we're gonna throw in the scallions. So take your scallion, throw it in. Again, right when we throw in the scallion, we're pretty much done. And notice how the scallion is picking up the rest of that oil? We want the scallion to be fresh. We don't want to overcook the scallion. That's it. One of the most simple sauce ever. All our hard work has paid off. We have our chicken. Chicken's beautiful. We have our salad, and again, I love serving this just, family style, very communal, put it all out and everyone just kind of comes and grabs their favorite pieces. So we have the kale salad here, delicious, healthy. You take your chicken off, throw the breast piece here, throw that. We're gonna have our sauce right here. And remember when I said don't use all the vinaigrette, what we're actually gonna do is gonna take a little bit of that vinaigrette, and this vinaigrette, we're gonna drizzle a little bit of this vinaigrette right over the chicken. So just right on top of your chicken there. And there, guys, we have our Hilltribe chicken with our kale salad and our lemongrass ginger sauce.